I will speak to you now about being a pioneer. A lot of people, most people, don't want to be pioneers. And greatness comes only if you are a pioneer. If you're not a pioneer, you are the run of the mill. You will always be in a rut that you will never be able to get out of. A pioneer is a trailblazer, is a risk taker. In our country, it is sad that most people in our country have no interest in being a pioneer. And if you don't believe me, start a new business, start doing something new. The same people who told you in the beginning that it will never work and all of that sort of thing, they are the same ones who will start the same business to compete with you. If you are the first one from your community to go to high school, most of the people who spoke to you before that will not speak to you again, because they say all of a sudden you think you're better than them. You didn't say it, they say it. A pioneer will always be castigated. I'll give another example from Royale College. I started Royale College simply to afford people a better opportunity to be exceptional teachers. I was exposed to different teaching methodologies in New York. I taught in New York. I taught in junior high school. I taught in college in New York. And the same things that I was put on a pedestal for in New York, Jamaicans tried to trample me for the same things. So I returned to Jamaica and I said, okay, I'm going to start this college because of a series of things. And I wrote all the curricula for the college, both for the business degrees and the education degree. One of my greatest problems with the University Council of Jamaica was that they thought I was too arrogant. They couldn't believe that I did all of this by myself. I did my self-study. The self-study for the college, I did it by myself. Just me. Nobody to help me. And for 8 years, the University of Council of Jamaica could not tell me why they wouldn't accredit the education program. And until today, they have not told me yet. And it's all because I had a different approach. I was the first person to write a curriculum, to write a course outline for teaching English across the curriculum. Before that, Jamaica did teaching English in the content area. I decided that it was too truncated. So I wrote a course outline for that. Since then, everybody has copied it, but they call it literacy across the curriculum. I was the first person to write a curriculum, a course outline for teaching English as a second language. Royal College was the first college in Jamaica to offer teaching English as a second language at the bachelor's degree level. Royal College was the first college to, apart from the Jamaica School of Drama, to offer teaching drama in education. Drama in education. Royal College was the first college in Jamaica to offer cooperative learning. I am a cooperative learning expert. When University Council of Jamaica tried to tell me that I cannot offer cooperative learning as a subject, I promptly told them that the only expert on cooperative learning in Jamaica is Paul Mavour. So nobody can tell me that. So I have always been a pioneer, and I have suffered to be a pioneer. And you will find that when you have been trained, especially if you choose to come back to Jamaica and work after a period of time, you'll find that people will come out against you. You think you know too much. You think this, you think that. That's not what you're thinking. That is what they are thinking. That is what their small minds are telling them. So remember this. You are a pioneer. Jamaicans are not only scammers and drug dealers. When the Panama Canal in Panama was at a standstill, could not be completed, who they sent for? Jamaicans. My grandfather went to Panama to help to build the Panama Canal. When Peru needed a rail system and nobody else could build it, who they sent for? Jamaicans. Jamaicans built the rail system in Peru. Jamaicans are pioneers. Jamaicans are great people when we choose to be. All the Caribbean islands, you have to understand, Jamaicans, we Jamaicans are the ones who went to the Cayman Islands and managed their education system for years, because the Cayman Islands didn't have anybody qualified to teach and be principals of their schools. The Bahamas, Jamaica set up their police department. Jamaicans built their education department. For a long time, Jamaica finance minister run the Bahamas Islands finances. We are great people. We are pioneers. African countries that got independence after Jamaica had to turn to Jamaicans to help them to write their post-colonial constitution. So you, being pioneers, you will do great exploits. And that is why I keep saying to you, you will have to be the best. Not just some run of the mill. Because pioneers are trailblazers. You are going to create a pathway for more Jamaicans to go work in Colombia, South America, teaching English as a second language, to go work in Peru, teaching English as a second language, to go work in Ecuador, teaching English as a second language. You will be the first as a group that was trained specifically for that. So I'll keep telling you, you are the pioneers. Pay attention. I told you before. Pay attention to the fact that you are the pioneers. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to the fact that you are now doing something that was never before done in Jamaica. Never before were persons trained specifically for jobs as teachers of English as a second language in a foreign country. Never before. And that is why It seems strange to people, but you have to understand that you're dealing with a president for Royal College who doesn't believe in going down the beaten path. I have suffered for it. I have suffered financially. I have suffered academically. Although I was invited to teach at certain institutions in Jamaica and I refused to do it. But they found a way to keep Royal College down so I couldn't make the sort of money at the time to expand the way I wanted to. But Royal College has been around since 2004, since June 2004. And we have the documentation, can show you. Ask yourself the question, why is it that only one institution has gone out of its way to acquire jobs and then say to people in Jamaica, we will train you to fill jobs that are already waiting for you? Why is it? Because I promised myself that I will not train one more student without having a job waiting on them. This foolishness of spending money training or ask people to spend their money for training and then they go home and sit down. Does that make sense to you? I shouldn't think so. So I used my contacts and I got Dr. Siegfried to agree to employ persons at Royal College train. That's how this came about. Some people are asking, how can I not charge people their full tuition before they start? But think about it. You have persons here right now who cannot find the $10,000 to pay so as to do the program. So I decided, give people an opportunity. If you're going to give persons an opportunity, you have to give them an opportunity. You can't give them with one hand and then take it back with the other. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I came up with the idea, most people did not agree, that okay, I'll charge $10,000 up front and students will now only pay their tuition after they have started working in Colombia, South America. So it means that if they never start working in Colombia, South America, they will not pay Royal College. So they have nothing to lose. I have a lot to lose. So I have to make certain that you are certified and you are placed in a job in Colombia, South America. That is what this is all about. And to tell you this, I have even decided to go one step further. Instead of you paying your tuition when you go to work in 4 months, I'm going to extend it. You will now pay for it over an 8-month period. 8 months and you'll pay off your tuition. Equal payments over 8 months instead of equal payments over 4 months. Why? Because I want people to be able to save some money. Make it easier on you. The other groups that are coming in will not have this opportunity. Just you. Because the other groups that are coming, they're going to have to pay more money up front. So I salute you as the pioneers of the Royal College Colombia South America program. And I expect great things of you. I expect you to represent yourself well, represent Royal College well, and represent Jamaica well. I expect these things of you because you have chosen to do what nobody else has ever done. You have chosen that path, and I respect you and I salute you.